Hey everyone, my name is Beth Pensabene, and I'm so excited to have John Reardon here with us today. He is our Director of Admissions at Beachway, and we wanted him to jump on here to really share why we are different and what it looks like when you are thinking about coming to Beachway or you're thinking about calling in about a family member or a loved one and what it kind of looks like when you are, at home and you're considering making the step. So, John, thank you so much for joining us. I know how busy you are.
Of course, of course. Thank you.
We really thought it was important to kind of show your face and show, the first person that people talk to and the first person people meet when they reach out to Beachway. Can you just tell me a little bit about what it's like at that first call when you get a phone call from a family member or a person themselves that either is having a problem with addiction or struggling with mental health?
Yeah, of course. I would say the biggest thing is, when someone's calling in, they got a lot going on, whether it's substance abuse or mental health. And it's really hard to pick up that phone and start this process, right? You got a lot going on, you need help, but you're not really sure where to go, right? So basically, what we do here, the admissions department, is we answer the call, we find out what's going on, and we just talk to you, person to person, and we can relate. A lot of us have had similar struggles. And all we do is explain our program and, how it is we can help you. We go into the specifics of what we do treat. So yeah, it's kind of just giving a general overview of Beachway. If somebody's considering this or if somebody's ready, we want to make sure, um, you know, we're fully transparent on what it's going to be like from day one and until you leave. So that's kind of it's just a general overview of the program and how we can help.
And I thought it was interesting that when we were chatting about it, is that you said that, people can call you and just ask questions, right? It
Yeah, of
doesn't have to
course.
be, just because they're calling you doesn't mean they're necessarily going to be at your door that day, right? They just might have some questions about the process. They may just need somebody to listen, right? And maybe somebody who is struggling and or has a loved one who's struggling who just doesn't even know what to do next. Maybe they don't know if this is the right next step, but they just need somebody to listen. Could those people call you as well?
I say it all the time. I mean, you people can call just if they're going through something, just to talk. I mean that's kind of what we're here for, whether they come to Beachway or not. Or even if they're not fully ready for inpatient, we can give them other ideas to get some type of help. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for.
And I really think that is part of the reason why we're so different, because we are a family, right? And like you
Of
said,
course.
the majority of the people have been through similar struggles, and a lot of the people have are actually it's therapeutic for them, right? So when you're talking to somebody, it's part of your process as well. So you come from a similar space that you can understand what people are feeling, and I think that is what makes us so different. I'd like to mention that there are some places that are large corporations where you can kind of get lost in the shuffle. I know we've chatted about that before. I think it's really unique and different, and I just would like to highlight that. And I don't mean to toot your horn, but I just like to highlight how special that is, and how really detail oriented and caring I think that is as well. Um,
Sure.
and to like, you just also tell me a little bit about like what's your job as an admission. So what would be like a normal process for you if somebody was thinking about calling, or somebody wanted to go into our chat and give the information? What would be the next step?
Yeah, of course. So basically, like I said before, somebody calls, we explain our program, we explain how we can help them specifically. We go through everything. We go through the day to day. People want to know what they're getting into, and that's what we're here for. Basically, we'll, as far as the admissions process, it consists of a couple things. It's really not like this huge drawn out process. It can be very simple, and things can happen quickly if you want them to. But basically it'll start with, we do a quick insurance verification. Once we do that, we just go over, coverage, benefits, things like that. After that, that's when we would do it's what's called a pre-admission assessment. So what's that is basically we're just going to ask you some specific questions about what the patient is struggling with. Basic questions, really nothing too crazy, but we want to get the full story. Then that gets submitted for medical and clinical approval. And then once we get the approval, that's when we start talking about admission date, travel details. A lot of our patients are coming from all over the country, so basically they have to book a flight. We'll arrange we have our driver come pick you up, and we bring you on into Beachway.
Thank you for that, because I think it really shows how it's not a scary process, and we are going to hold your hand, right? So we're going to make sure that from beginning to end what it's going to look like, logistically how it's going to happen. And so there's no guessing, and if it's a time where you don't want to be guessing, right? You want to feel sure that this is how it's going to work. So I love that there's a plan for each and every person. And what do you see when they're there? What do you see? I know they come in and you're the first person they see, and then you may see them while they're at Beachway. What is just kind of your general sense of the clients when they're there?
So it's anyone who's coming into treatment at first is going to be scared. It's very nerve-wracking, but the way we have set Beachway up, especially when a new patient is arriving, so we try to be as accommodating, as welcoming as possible. And the way we have it set up, it's so that the patients acclimate as quickly as possible, right? So somebody comes in, yes, there's going to be a lot of nerves, of course, but that's what we're here for. Now, what I love, the biggest part I love about my job is I can see somebody come in, scared, frightened, and just not really knowing how this is going to go. And then I see them a week, sometime, 2-3 weeks later, they're, going around on campus, laughing, and they have a certain glow about them. And I see it all the time. And it's probably one of the biggest benefits, from my job, because when somebody's calling in to me and they're talking to me, they're at their worst. They don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. And they're just they're paralyzed, and they don't know how their life's gonna turn out, right? So we get them into Beachway. We ask them to trust us, trust everything that we do here. And then a couple weeks later, I see that glow, and I always think it's just like, and I tell them face to face, like, you remember when we talked and how bad things were, and look at you now, you're doing great. I see that all the time, and it is 100% the best benefit of from what I do.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So what would you say to somebody who is listening to this and they are struggling, or they have a loved one who's struggling? What would you say for them to do? What's their first?
So yeah, just give us a call. So there's several ways to make contact with us. So you can call us. It's on our website. Our phones operate from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., but you can always call and leave us a voicemail outside those hours. We have a chat system on our website. So if you go on our website, you don't feel like reaching for the phone yet, which is totally fine. You can just chat with us on our website. Me or one of my admissions teams will be there to answer any questions. And then we also have it's called an form on our website where you can just ask questions, and it sends us an alert, with your contact information. You can reply, if you only want to be talked to via text, email, or call. It's your choice, whatever you're comfortable with. But, we're available. We're here to help. It's not a scary process. Sometimes I know it might seem like a scary process, especially if it's your first time and you don't really know what to do or how all this works. I mean, we're just here to talk and help you as much as we possibly can. And that's whether you come to Beachway or not.
I love that. I mean, it's all about just getting more information. It's not scary, just getting more information.
Yeah.
Well, all the information is on the Facebook page that we're live on right now, but I'm actually going to put in the comments the phone number and the website, so it's easy access for you to just click and call or click and go to the website. So thank you so much, John, for taking the time. And I hope that everybody listening takes this to heart, that here's the face of the person that's going to pick up the phone. He's the one that's going to text you back, him and his team. So, I mean, the smile, it says it all, right? So this is a happy guy who's going to help you. All right, John, thanks so much.
Of course.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.